YouTube, what's up? It is Monday Night Football time, and you can see on the schedule we have two games to talk about. We have Tennessee and Miami, Seattle and Detroit. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the injury report. We're going to look at this, all the stats and how they've done this year. We're going to talk about the spread, the money line, the total. Then we're going to look at props, and we're going to do all that. So let's go ahead and jump into that first game. We pop over here. We can see Tennessee and Miami. Currently, it looks like -1 at ESPN. But if I come over here to Outlier, link in the description, obviously, get you a free week, worth it. We can see that you can get all the way up to 2.5 Miami, or other way if you want Tennessee. 37.5 is the total, and we see 46.5 for the other game. But we'll talk about that one in a minute. So we're just focusing on Tennessee and Miami at this moment. So come back to the numbers. Tennessee's offense, they're 0-3. They lost to Green Bay by 16. Tennessee's offense just does not look good. Let's be honest. They haven't been good. And Miami's obviously going through life without Tua right now. He's on the injury list. So what we do see is the defense has been doing pretty good for Tennessee and Miami. Technically, the points haven't been there, but the yards are there, which is fun. So Tennessee's on a bye next week. Miami has New England. We see the stats. The main thing I see that stands out is Miami, even the passing yards per game, even though Tua was out, have been still ninth. I mean, this was first, it's slowly going down. And based on the injury report, I mean, it's going to keep on going down probably, because if we pop over here to ye old injury screen, let's look at this. Miami has by far the longest injury list on the report. So Skylar Thompson is questionable. He was limited, but according to Outlier, they're showing Tyler Huntley props. So it's telling me he's probably going to play over Skylar today. So I'm going to assume Thompson is not going to play. Malik Washington, questionable. Mostert's questionable. Just a list of injuries like crazy. Let's go down and check out Tennessee as well. Let's see what their injury report looks like. Tennessee, questionable. Injury reserve, questionable, and then we're back in August. So yeah, so Miami's the one going through it. So they're on their third quarterback now, probably. So let's pop back over here. So we got to assume this number is going to go down even more. Rushing and Moster's out. That just leaves A-Chain, and who else could be there? Doesn't matter. It's those two or else. So I'm not expecting much out of this offense. And then Tennessee doesn't have much offense to begin with. So let's 36.5. There's a 37 out there at bet 365. I'm liking the under in this one, mainly because of defenses. Let's pop over to the props and see if we can find anything we like. So Will Levis is at 194. Huntley's at 164. Ooh, terrible, terrible game, I swear. It's a good thing there's two games on today, so because this one's gonna be funny. Let's look at this year. With Levis, 127, 192, 260. He's going up against the 11th ranked pass defense, so I don't see him throwing that many yards unless, if anything, I see Tennessee with the lead, and then maybe game script will keep his passing yards low, and then the running will do more. And we're not going to have anything for Huntley, obviously. Last year he barely played, so it's hard to really do it. Like, if you're taking over 164 for Huntley, you're just assuming Tennessee's pass defense, which, remember, is ranked third, he's gonna be able to do things. I don't think he will. So under Huntley passing yards might be a play. So come back here so you can see it. And so I'm not going to play either of those. Now, if it comes to the running backs, we got, all right, we got Tony Pollard at 49.5, or 52.5, depends on where you look. Spears is at 24.25, depends on where you look. Hell, they got Waddle at half a rushing yard, because, I mean, let's sort this, make sure we're in order. So we got A-Chain first. Okay, let's do him first. Okay, 2024, let's see how he's done. 24, 96, 30 against Seattle. Not the best, but when you're losing like that, you're not going to run much. You got to pass to catch up, and you got game scripted out, my friend. So Mostert is questionable. Let's see what the rush defense is for Tennessee. It is 19. So H&M might be able to get some yards, but if the game script isn't there, if all of a sudden Miami gets down, they already shown, based on these numbers, they're not going to run it much. They're going to throw it. So, okay, that's going to be hard to take his rushing there. I'll put him in a same game parlay at a lot lower number. That's what I'll probably do. Pollard, we can see what he has done in 2020. 82, 62, and 14. Not the best numbers. Again, they were behind the Green Bay, so it's not exactly yeah, so game script is definitely playing a part here. So if you think Tennessee's going to be ahead, Pollard might be the move because they probably run it more. Hell, what is Levis's rushing? 15.5. Let's look. Let's take a look. I'm curious now. We want Levis. How would he run the ball rushing? Yeah, 36, 38, 12. And he ran 2, and this time they were behind, so he had to throw more. So not really running that much. So still not liking anything. Let's go over to the receivers, see if we can find anything. All right, so the top receiver we have is going to be Teak. Oh, Cheetah. And then we got Ridley, and you got Waddle. And then Hopkins. I mean, if you really, really want to play one of these, I mean, I'm sorry. I hate all of this. I'm just going to tell you, I hate everything in this game. I hate it all. Looking at Tyreek, 130, 24, 40. He is just, it's not been good. It's not been good at all. So, let me zoom in. There we go. And then let's look at Ridley, see what Ridley's done. It's 50, 77, and 9. Oh my God. Both teams are behind. The receiving yards aren't even there. 109, 41, 26. Even Waddle's down. And then Hopkins did decent last game, 73, but somebody had to catch the ball, but this game's terrible. All right, let's come back here. Let's go back to this. All right, it's 36.5. I got to take the under. These offenses are just trash. I mean, they're just terrible, aren't they? Especially with defenses, what way they look. Defense is looking decent. Both teams can run kind of, but if they're behind, they're not going to run the ball. That we've already seen that. So I'm going to take the under. This says 36, but we have seen there is 37s out there. I'm going to I don't give a damn. I'm going to take it. We're going to take this one. So this is going to be Tennessee/Miami under 37.5. I'm going to try to get a 38. If I ever get a 38, I will snatch it. If I have to buy it, I'll buy it. I don't care. I will pay for 10 cents for a push possibility. I don't care what people think. Some people say, oh, never buy points. I will buy half to get me to a 38. And you know what? That's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy half a point to give me a push probability and just take 38, and I'm going to move on to that next game. All right, second game, we're heading over to Seattle and Detroit. We can currently see Detroit's -4 with a 46.5 as your best number out there you're going to find, either or for over or under. Let's pop over to the numbers and see what we got. 3 and overs, 2 and 1. Seattle, we just talked about, beat Miami 20-43 last time. Detroit beat Arizona 20-13. Detroit has a bye next week. Seattle has the Giants next week. So neither one, if anything, Detroit has a little bit of rest coming up. So looking at the numbers, there's a lot of green on this board. We can see both teams are in the top 5 when it comes to passing offense, passing defense. Seattle is second. Detroit's 21st. So that's an advantage Seattle right there off the get. Seattle can't run the ball worth a damn. But that doesn't matter because Detroit's number 3 in rush defense. So, but Detroit can run the ball, obviously, with Gibbs and Montgomery. And Seattle is mid when it comes to stopping the run. And on third down defense, they're both pretty good. Third down offense, Seattle struggles, and Detroit should be able to stop that. So this is an interesting matchup. We got some offense and defense we can exploit. We're looking at the numbers. Let's dig a little deeper into the props. Actually, let's go to injury report first. Let's go here. So we got Detroit. Let's see if anything stands out. Branch being questionable doesn't help for Seattle passing because they can pass already, and Detroit being 21st in pass defense doesn't help at all. So you were limited. Let me refresh this to make sure it's updated because that was a 26. Ooh, let's see. Now you're doubtful. Okay, we updated to doubtful. That's not good. So, all right. Yeah, Ragnow's out. Center's out. Yeah, we're going to have lots of issues. Oh, okay. So we see the issues with Detroit. Let's pop down here to Seattle. Scroll all the way down to Seattle. There we go. Let's see. DT is out. DN is out. Linebacker's out. Linebacker's out. Questionable. Damn, do they have anyone playing linebacker? That's not good for an under. Not good at all. Yeah, they're all defensive players. DT, DN, and 3 linebackers. So Detroit should be able to get some points on this team here. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Let's look at some props now. We go into it. So we got Goff versus Smith. Gino. Let's look at his numbers. 243 is your number. Based on the year so far, 217, 307, 199. 243 against Seattle's second-ranked pass defense, but they have 0 linebackers. Ooh, I don't know if I can do that. Branch being quite doubtful is pretty okay. And then we look at Gino. Look at his numbers: 248. Yeah, Gino's been tossing that tater. He throw that tater around. And Detroit has the 21st ranked pass defense. Detroit gets a lead. Seattle's going to pass even more. I think I like this. I think I like Geno to get at least 250. I think I like that based on this number right here, right there. And then Branch is being questionable already. Yeah, I think I like it. So, and with Seattle's defense being depleted on the linebacker area, I can see Seattle getting down and having to throw the ball even more. So let's keep going. Let's look at some running backs. We got David Montgomery. Make sure this is in order. It is. We got Gibbs. We got Kenneth Walker. Here we go. Kenneth Walker's going to play. That's interesting. I would not touch Walker. First game? I need to see what you can do in your first game. Are you going to be on a pitch count? We got to see things like that. So Montgomery, we know what he can do. 91, 35, 35, 105. Seattle has the 15th rush defense. We know Detroit's going to run the ball. That's what they do. And Gibbs is more of a, he's going to run the ball 84, 83, but he's also good in the receiving area too, 34, 22, 20. So I like to look at his rush receive combo. You're at 77.5. I think this will be good because I can see him catching some in the flat, little screens here and there. And if you ain't got no linebackers in Seattle, what are you going to do to stop him? I think I like this too. I like this, and I like Geno over yards. I like them both. Okay, let's see what else we got. See, Walker, we can see his numbers. 103 against Denver this year. Okay, that was good. But now you're facing Detroit, who is third in rush defense. I can't touch this. I need to see what you do. Yeah. Anytime a running back comes off an injury, I'm real scared. I'm real scared to touch it because I need to know what you can do. I need to see your first game back. And yeah, this was what, 9-8? That was what, week 2? Week 1. That was week 1. Okay. So you've been out for 2. This is your 3rd week. Okay, you'll be back. Okay. I need to see what you can do. So I already like Gibbs better. I like Geno's numbers better. So let's look at the receivers. Let's keep going. We got Amon-Ra. We got Metcalf. We got Jackson Smith. We got Lockett. Seattle has a plethora of dudes that can catch the ball. We got Laporta. We got Jameson. So many people can catch the ball in this game. So let's see what we got. Okay, we'll start with Amon-Ra. His number's 74.5. We got 119 and 75. Yeah. Let's look back at the defenses on passing. 21st ranked pass defense for Detroit. 2nd ranked for Seattle. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I trust Detroit's passing, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. That's a decent number. 74 is decent. Let's look at what else we got. Metcalf is sitting at 129, 104 with a 65 number. Against Detroit, I like Metcalf. I like Metcalf. Jackson Smith. The only problem with Seattle is they have 3 different dudes that can just, anyone can go off any game. Like, look, see, Jackson Smith had 117 the week before. It's like, okay, like, okay, it makes it hard. And then Lockett the same. The one Jackson Smith went off, Lockett did pretty decent. And so it's kind of hard to pick which one of the 3 is the one's going to go off. So if you just take Geno to throw the ball to somebody, as long as he's throwing it, you're good. So yeah, we see the numbers. And then we got Laporta here, the tight ends. We can see 45. His numbers have not been as good as I thought they would be. 39.5. That's too high. That's too high for me. I can't do that. Not against Seattle. And Seattle's missing that many dudes on defense, though. That's good for tight end catches. That's real good for some tight ends. Ooh, I don't know. And lastly, we have Jameson. And Jameson had a great this week, but then the last 2, 9. Come on, bro, 9. Okay, so I know what I want to do here. I know. Let's pop back. Let's pop back over here. Let's look, and we can see the totals and everything. 46.5. Yep. I'm taking the over. Yeah, I'm going to take the over in this one, and I'm also going to take Geno's passing. That's going to be the prop I take. So we're going to take over 36.5, and then we're going to take Geno over. What was Geno's number? Let's take a look. Let's go back to it. That's golf. I don't want golf. I want Geno. Geno 248. Yeah, I like that. Geno over 248.5 against Detroit's 21st ranked pass defense. I like that a lot. And he's got 3 weapons he can throw to. Branch is questionable on the defense. That's good to know. Or actually, he's doubtful. He's doubtful now. That's right. So let me go back up just to clarify. Let me just make sure. Yeah, Branch being doubtful with the illness. Yeah, that's good to know. I hope not for him, but good for us for betting. So I'm going to take Seattle, Detroit over 36.5. I mean, 46.5. 46.5. And Geno over 248.5 passing yards. and call it a day right there. Okay, that's it. We're done with the 2 games. However, I did realize I did not update the injury report for the first game for the Tennessee Miami game. I just looked at it. There's no real changes on there that really matter to me. So let me show you real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So we can see Tennessee still questionable, doubtful, IR. Okay. And we come back up here to Miami. You're just going to see a ton of injuries like usual because Miami has a bunch of them. Look at all those injuries. Most are still questionable. Odell Beckham's out. Then he had that weird thing on the plane too, where he was going in and out of consciousness. I don't know what the hell's going on. Skylar's still questionable, but yeah, Huntley's probably playing. So yeah, none of this updated. So I just want to make sure all that was updated. So outside of that, there's the schedule. We have the teams. Everything's great. We have 2 games. Can't complain. Football's football. Even though some games might be good, some games might not be bad. But if football's on TV, we are happy. So I appreciate you being here. Drop a like and subscribe, and we'll see you Thursday for more football.